Sofia Coppola, she is yet to let me down. Well, as a director, because Godfather Part 3, she's just god awful in, but as a filmmaker, she is yet to let me down. So, is this new movie, The Beguiled, the movie that will finally make me say, maybe Sofia Coppola is not that talented after all? No, this movie's great. Hey everyone, welcome to the review. Here's my review for the movie, The Beguiled. Yes, The Beguiled stars Colin Farrell, Kirsten Dunst, Nicole Kidman, and Elle Fanning. And yes, it's written and directed by Sofia Coppola. But anyways, the story of this movie is, this is a Civil War period dramatic thriller. And it's basically about a Civil War soldier basically takes refuge at this boarding school for women because he gets hurt. And all these girls, they take care of him and treat his wounds and basically provide him shelter for a few weeks until he gets all healed up and stuff. But a turn of events start happening and some sexual tension starts happening between certain characters, some love, some tension, some thrills. And yes, I don't want to spoil it since some trailers have spoiled it. Like, don't watch all the previews for this movie, don't watch the full-length trailer, watch like the 30-second trailers for The Beguiled, because the less you know about this movie, the better and stuff. And yeah, this is not an original movie, it is a remake of an older film, but still, this movie, The Beguiled, is actually a great film. I really enjoyed this movie. I was already going in with very high expectations because I love the whole cast of this film. I love Colin Farrell, Nicole Kidman, Elle Fanning just gets better and better every year, and I like Kirsten Dunst when she's in a proper film. And again, I love Sofia Coppola. Yes, she's a terrible actress. Watch Godfather Part 3, you'll see how bad she is, but as a filmmaker, she is yet to let me down. I love all of her movies. Even her weaker ones like Marie Antoinette and The Bling Ring, they may not be like the greatest films, but they're very ambitious, they're very creative, and I love her directing style, and I still really enjoy those films. Even though they're not great films, I still really like them. Then when she really hits her mark, she gets a truly remarkable film like The Virgin Suicides, and of course Lost in Translation, which is a masterpiece. I love that movie. The Beguiled may not be as great as Lost in Translation, but it's on the same greatness as The Virgin Suicides. It's a great film. I really loved The Beguiled. I thought it was a really great movie. I thought it was a well-shot movie, a very well-paced movie, a very well-directed film, and a very well-acted film. And it's very short and very to the point, and it's very subtle, and very creepy at times, and very atmospheric. And yeah, I really enjoyed that this was a 95-minute movie. This movie could have easily been like a 2.5 hour drawn-out affair, but no. This movie gets right to the point, it gets right into the story, it dives deep into the characters, but not too much. It leaves a little mystery and some intrigue about these characters. There's a lot of depth with the film, there's a lot of compelling moments, there's a lot of eeriness and creepiness to the film, and yeah, I really enjoyed The Beguiled. Again, I can't spoil it. I don't want to spoil this movie. Go into this movie without watching anything if you don't want to. Like, if you want to watch a little preview or something, watch like the 30-second TV spots of it. Don't watch the full-length trailer because they don't spoil the movie, but they do tell you a little too much. I'd rather go into this movie with like an open opinion, open mind, don't know anything about this film. Just know that Sofia Coppola is directing this film, and you're gonna get something very ambitious, very creative, very fresh, and very well done, very well crafted. Yes, there's a little hints of Virgin Suicides in this movie, and there's a lot of atmospheric moments that feel very, abstract, like Lost in Translation. You can tell this movie is directed by Sofia Coppola, but it's still very stylistic and still very ambiguous and still very well done. And yeah, the direction-wise, it's very well directed, very well shot, it's very well executed. Sofia Coppola did an amazing job writing this movie, directing this movie. It's very compelling, very interesting story, and these characters are very layered characters, and that is all thanks to good writing. So yeah, Sofia Coppola did a bang-up job with this movie, but the performances are all great too. Colin Farrell is so good in this movie as this soldier, who you think is a very cool and very likable character, and then when you get into more details of him, you're just like, is he that likable? Yeah, he is that likable, but is he that likable? Maybe he is that likable, maybe not. Like, the movie gives you a few turns and stuff, you don't know whether to trust Colin Farrell's character, and he was a really well-written character, and I thought Colin Farrell did a very good job playing this character, portraying this character. character, and all the female performances are all really great in this movie. Nicole Kidman's great, Kirsten Dunst, like I said, when she is in a good movie, she can give great performances, and she was really great in this film. And Elle Fanning, she doesn't surprise me. She's great. Every movie she's been playing, almost every year, she gets better and better. She was great last year in The Neon Demon and 20th Century Woman. I already knew when I saw her in Super 8 that she'd be a very good actress, and she was really solid in this movie. Even like some of the other no-named actresses, like Oona Laurence was also very great in this movie, and Angourie Rice, I think her name is. I'll put her name up there just in case I said it wrong. She was also really solid in this movie. The entire cast is really well done. This movie is very dark and very edgy and a bit unpleasant at times, but again, if you're a Sofia Coppola fan, and if you're just even a fan of this story, the Beguiled story, if you're very familiar with the story, I would highly recommend this movie. Is there a few minor issues? Yes, there's a few issues I have with the story, but I can't go into that because I would have to spoil it. But yeah, there's a few elements to the story I would have changed a little bit, and a few things that I would have tightened up a little bit, but other than that, this movie's still extremely well done, and I really loved The Beguiled, and I would highly recommend this movie. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the movie The Beguiled an 8.8 out of 10, so yeah, if this movie's playing in theaters near you, go check it out, it's so good. So yeah, that was my review for the movie The Beguiled. So in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your favorite movie directed by Sofia Coppola? My favorite will always be Lost in Translation. That movie's amazing. But yeah, what is your favorite movie directed by Sofia Coppola? Comment below, let me know. And as always, for this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.